I get asked this question a lot, so I'm just gonna make a video, and the next person, several people who ask, I'm just gonna send it to you. What do I do? Work the cemetery. What does my day entail? So this is one of the two cemeteries. Well, this is a map of one of the two cemeteries that we operate. Excuse me. It's about 17 and a half acres or so. Each one of these squares, I made this in Excel, by the way. Each one of these little squares, if I find out where the hell I am, is a grave. If it's white, it is unowned. If it's red, it's occupied. If it's yellow, it's otherwise unavailable. My job is managing this, all of that. Mostly what I do is irrigate. It's my job to keep the grass looking green, healthy, etc., etc. That is the big chunk of what I do every day. And this time of year, it's a little difficult because it's real damn hot. Got a bit of a dry spot there. Also some kind of bleachy looking spots out there. We have to spray herbicide because we've got this really horrible noxious weed here called tumbling windmill, and it's terrible. And that's what all of that is. You might be able to get a better look of it. All of that, that's what that is. So my job is irrigating all of this, all that out there. See that? That's 65-75% of my week. Used to be more. Excuse me. Used to be like 85%. But I have other things I got to take care of now. So one of the other things we do, basically, you think of a cemetery. It's just a big park. It's just a big old park, and we have all the same responsibilities you might have if you worked at a park: landscaping, maintenance, mowing, trimming trees, irrigation again, all that kind of stuff. But we also are a little bit of a real estate agents. So the way cemetery property works in this state is it's considered real property, just like a car, just like a house, just like a whatever. So you buy some, you get a deed for it, and then that's yours. You can will it to somebody else. You can sell it again, however you want to deal with it. So when somebody comes along and says, I want to buy some property, I have to find property in the cemetery that they want. Maybe there's somebody that is already buried here or owns property. They want to find something near. I find that for them. Maybe that doesn't happen. Maybe grandma and grandpa are buried 500 feet that way, and the nearest grave space I've got is 200 feet that way. That's how that goes sometimes. So being aware of what sections have available property and all that is important. Another thing that comes up is when we have a burial. Now, a grave space is a certain size, a certain width, certain length, a certain depth. And when it comes time to have that burial, one, we have to make sure that the person who owns the property gives us permission to have the burial in said property. Two, I've got to go and find in the cemetery that exact, space, that lot. And three, mark it out, get it ready for digging. That's kind of a big deal. You don't want to screw that up. You don't want to bury somebody in the wrong spot. You don't want to bury them just off enough that the person who's going to be buried next to them can't be. Another thing we do is mark out positions for headstones, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot to the job. It's not a hard job, I would say, but there's a lot of different aspects to it. So I don't know. This was just easier than me typing out all the everything. Let's go take a look. Come with me. I can show you an example. I don't think I can turn the camera around. Will that button do it? Nope. Screw you, button. So over here, this section we only allow flat headstones. Down there, we allow upright headstones. I don't know if you can see that. Doesn't matter. So right here, we just had a burial. This person has family right there. They did not originally own this grave space. They were thinking about buying property way the hell down there. But it turned out I have 6 grave spaces here that were for sale privately. Somebody else owned them, wanted to sell them. So I was able to find these 6. They bought all 6. We marked out the grave here, had the burial, boom. One of the other things we do, these little markers, can you see where I'm pointing? Probably. We make those, everybody here gets one. Yeah, so we do that. When their headstone's ready, I'll come out and I'll mark right in here somewhere where the headstone's gonna go. It's gonna be a companion headstone, so him and her. And then there's 4 other grave spaces that the kids could use. Making sure that the kids can use them later. When they bought those 6, we put mom's name on the deed and 2 or 3 of the kids on the deed. That's how we do things out here. Anything else? Don't think so. I've got some coffee sitting in the office. I'm gonna go drink that, and I'm gonna go to work. Okay, bye.